Hello, welcome to Pilates Matwork. Today we're going to use the ring, and today's focus of the class is also going to be core as always, but we're going to do a lot with lower body with the ring. If you don't have a ring, I'll give you a few options and modifications that you can take. But if you do have a ring, I encourage you to take one. We'll be using it on the outside and the inside. So from here, we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to put the ring to the side, and I'm sitting on a blanket today because my hips are a little bit tight. So if you need to do that, you can do the same. Otherwise, you don't really need the blanket today. But from here, sit where you're comfortable. Sit towards the edge of a blanket if you're sitting on one, and then find a tall spine. So think about your ears, your shoulders, and your hips coming into alignment here. So we don't want to be rigid, but you want that alignment, and you want to be able to relax the face, the shoulders, and the hips. Zip up from the pubic bone behind the navel, belly button in. We're going to expand that rib cage to the side as we inhale. So from here, I'm just going to inhale and expand. As I exhale, purse through the lips. Now, you won't see me doing that during class because I can't talk and purse through my lips at the same time. But when you do that, think about wrapping around that midsection. So a little bit more core engagement. So from here, we'll go again. Big inhale and expand. Exhale. Good. One more time. Good. Keep that breath. Inhale, exhale. Take that chin to the chest. Feel the back of the neck stretch here. Inhale, exhale to center. Inhale, exhale. I'm going to take my chin and my gaze for my ceiling and my wall meet here. Good. Now, if you want a little bit of a deeper stretch under here, take your jaw forward. It'll make a funny face. Good. And come back center. Inhale, exhale, right ear, right shoulder. So you're feeling a deeper stretch down the left side of the neck here. And then maybe we can take that chin towards the right armpit. And then maybe we can take it up towards a left corner. Good. Back down to the armpit. Up to the corner. Good. Coming center. Taking the head center, other side. So now left ear, left shoulder, trying to keep both shoulders grounded. So now you feel it deeper on this side. Definitely my tighter side today. Good. Now maybe you can turn that chin towards the left armpit. And then taking it up towards the corner. And back to the armpit. And up to the corner. Back to center, taking it back to center. Good. Now from here, it doesn't really matter what direction you start in. We're going to do both things, but nice and gentle. Be mindful of your neck. Be mindful of your neck's range of motion. So I'm just going to start coming up, going in one direction, and then the other. Good. And then I'm just going to reverse that. Good. All right. From here, let's just shrug the shoulders up. Nice elevation and depression, taking them down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Good. We're going to pick up the ring here, and I'm going to hold on to the outside. And if you don't have one, don't worry about it. You just won't have the pressing in connection, but you can still do protraction and retraction, which is the main focus of this one. So from here, if you've got the ring, I've got a micro bend in my elbows. You can see here, and I'm going to press in slightly, and then I'm going to protract, reaching my shoulders forward, and retract, taking them back, and protract and retract, and protract and retract, and protract and retract. Good. Release this. Take a big inhale, reach up. Good. Get a side bend. And I'm just going to come to my right. That's the side that's facing the camera. And you can choose to stay here. You can side bend deeper, sits bones stay grounded. You can open to the ceiling, or you can find that C curve roll, forehead in the direction of the knee, but not touching. Inhale, lengthen, and we'll come up. Big inhale, exhale. We're gonna rotate and twist to the right, rolling the shoulders back, looking a little bit more behind you. So remember, we always wanna twist from length, not from compression. And then when you're ready, we'll come back. Good. From here, big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, we're gonna take that side bend over to the other side. You can stay here. You can side bend deeper. You can open to the side, or you can find that C curve roll. Find what works best for your body. Good. Opening up. Inhale, reach, 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 and lengthen. We're going to get a twist to the left. So I'm going to rotate left, taking the arms down, rolling shoulders back, looking behind me. Breathe and expand. Good. And then from here, we'll come back center. We're going to pick up that ring. We're going to use it for one more little upper body stretch here. We're going to take it on the inside. So from here, if you don't have the ring, you're going to clasp your hands together and you'll press away and you'll get your stretch that way. Those of us that have the ring, hands are going to come on the inside. You're going to press out a little bit so elbows will not be long. Good. Round and press here. I love working with the ring. It's a great way to add different types of resistance and challenges to the traditional mat work exercises. Good. And then from here, we'll come back up. Good. I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to come off my blanket here and put it to the side because I shouldn't need it anymore. Good. And we're going to come onto our backs. We're going to come supine. Supine means we're on our backs. Good. So a way to remember that is supine starts with S-U. The sun is S-U-N. You look up to the sky to see the sun. The sun is in the sky, supine. So just a little bit of a way that I remember that. Good. And then from here, I'm just going to bend the knees. And I'm going to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Zip up from pubic bone behind the navel. Find your safe neutral. So you want to think about your pubic bone and your hip bones being in the same plane. So we don't want one side of the pelvis popping up and the other side of the pelvis going up that way. So you can kind of take your hands into a triangle. So these fingers here are going to be at the pubic bone, and then your hands are over here, and they're going to lie on top of the pelvic bones on each side here. So that's a little bit of a way to find it. So you should be anchored with the tailbone, but you should have the small part of your back be nice and curved. It's natural curvature, not jammed. My low rib cage is heavy and connected. I'm rolling my shoulders back. Once I find my safe neutral, I'm going to zip up through that front body, and I'm going to rock that pelvis back. Exhale. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale anterior tilt. Exhale posterior tilt, the back rock. So anterior inhale. Good. Posterior exhale. Good. From here, come back. We're going to take this right into bridges. So make sure hips, knees, and toes are tracking in this alignment. Heels are not too close or too far away from the hips. Big inhale, exhale, rock the pelvis back. We're going to peel up one vertebrae at a time. Good. Your body will let you know when you shouldn't come up any higher. Try to keep the hips even. And as we start from the mid back and lower down, bone by bone, think about finding a little bit more length with each lower. Good. And then finding your safe neutral. We're going to go again. Inhale, exhale. We're going to rock it back, peeling it up. And rolling that back down. Good. And just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle side to side. You can take knees into the chest. Now we're going to go into what I call the thigh master move. We're going to do this on the inside and the outside. We're going to start by taking the ring on the inside first. So if you don't have a ring, you're going to pretend like you've got resistance there. Knees won't come together. And so just to give you a perspective, this is kind of what I look like here. Okay, so from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start and I'm going to press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. I'm going to make an adjustment here. Okay. So from here, now really engage your abs. So every time you squeeze, exhale, wrap that midsection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Give yourself a break. Press in slightly. We're going to go back to bridge again. So we're going to keep that ring right there. Rock it back. Peel it up. Woo, now that really changes the perspective. From your bridge, light squeeze, little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll lower that back down. Good. Bend in your knees. Grab your ring. Give yourself a little break. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Now we're going to take the legs on the inside of the ring. So those of you that don't have a ring, you're going to pretend that you've got a little bit of resistance here, like something's stopping you. But I'm going to take this ring right up above my knee. So from here, I don't want it to be on the knee joint. Good. Rolling the shoulders back. Good. So now from here, from the hip, I'm going to press out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So I've got a little bit of pressure to hold the ring in place. Now we're going to take that to the bridge. So we're going to rock it up. Good. Find your bridge. And here we go. Pulsing to the side. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll lower that back down 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. I'm going to remove this ring from my legs from here. Good. And I'm just going to set this here for a moment. We're going to pick it up in just a minute, but let's work on some chest lifts here. So I'm going to bring my legs back in alignment. I'm going to take my arms up. My hands are facing my feet. Zip up from pubic bone behind the navel. Inhale, exhale, nod the chin. We're going to pick up that chest, reach it long and strong, and lift and lower. One more time like that. We'll start to add on. Inhale, exhale, nodding from the chin. Reach, 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 taking your gaze to the middle of the thighs. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Reach that right leg long. Inhale, exhale, curve it up as you lift. That leg lifts. Reach, reach, reach. Now hold right here. That leg is going to lower for 1 and lift. In 2, lift. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 1 more. Inhale, exhale. Lower, lower, lower. Arms lift, lower down, bend that knee. Going to the other side. Reaching that left leg long now. Inhale, exhale, nodding the chin. Coming up, leg lifts with you. And here we go, holding it here. And we lower, and we lift, and lower, and lift. And inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. We'll lower that leg, lift the arms, lower down. Take that foot back in, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Now we're going to grab our ring. Arms are going to come up. If you don't have a ring, maybe clasp your hands here together. And your arms are going to be long and strong here. So I'm going to use the ring. I'm going to press up into it. We're going to come into twisties with these chest lifts here. So big inhale, exhale. I'm going to come up. I'm going to come over to my right, and both hip bones stay grounded. And then I'm going to come back down. We're going to stay with the right. And here's 2, and down, and 3, and down, and 4. Woo. Take that right leg or left leg long if you want a little bit more action. And we'll bend and take it long. And 2, and 3, and 4. Good. Hold, hold, hold. Lift higher. Lift everything higher. Could you tap the ring and the leg together? And lower that back down. All right, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We're going to take that to the other side. So from here, I'm just going to kind of move over just a little bit so I have more room. Okay. Taking it up. Inhale, exhale. We're going to lift. You're going to reach to the left. Don't forget that tuck in the chin. And come down. And 2. And 3. And 4. Stay with those or add the leg. And 1. And 2. and 3 and 4. Hold it up. Come back. Reach, 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 reach. Could you tap? Could you touch? Reach high and come down. Whew. Take that ring down for a moment. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle yourself. We're going to go into the hundreds, and I'm going to give you some options here to use with this ring if you want it. So if you're a beginner, I wouldn't recommend using the ring here. So your feet will be grounded. Your hundreds, you're going to see curve up. They're going to come right here. Good. Next level, tabletop. Legs can be up to the ceiling or your diagonal line. The longer the legs go, the harder it is, but not at the sacrifice of your neutral spine. So those are options as well. With the ring, if your legs are on the inside of the circle, you're going to get more outer thigh work. If your legs are on the outside of the circle, you're going to get more inner thigh work with your hundreds. So be mindful as to where it is you're going. Good. So I'm going to take my legs inside the circle here today, and I want them to be up from the ankle. So I don't want them to be on the ankle bone. Good. So from here, this is going to be my starting position. I'm going to take my legs to the diagonal in a moment. Good. Find your safe neutral. Arms up. Big inhale. Exhale. Find your C curve. Find your legs where you're going here. And we'll start pumping. And we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Press into the ring if you're using it. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Lift higher. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Reach deeper. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Hold. Lift higher. Reach deeper. Exhale. Take that down. Woo! That was challenging. Rock, 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 side to side. Maybe make some little circles here. We're going to come into a twist before we come into a series of 5. I'm just going to move my ring out of the way here. I'm just going to take my knees in tabletop, arms to the side, and just get a little twisty towards the right. Oh, it feels so good. Maybe looking to the left. Good. Now, when you're ready, head will come back to center. You move how it's best for you. If you need to take one leg at a time back to center, you can, or you can use your abs to bring both legs back to center together. Good. Just move this over here. Good. And then just take your twist to the other side. I try to keep my opposite shoulder grounded here. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll come back to center and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Series of 5, these first couple, we won't use the ring, and then we'll bring it in towards the middle 2, and we'll give it a break for the last one. So from here, knees in tabletop position, we're going to go to single leg stretch. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lift, find your C curve. I'm going to take the left hand to the right knee, right hand to right ankle. So this keeps that alignment, and left leg is long, and I'm in neutral spine here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Hips don't move. 3, 4, take a break or go 5, 6, take a break or go 7, 8, take a break or go 9, 10, maybe you can break or go 11 or go 12. Good. Bring that back in. Legs are up. Single straight leg stretch. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to come up. I'm going to grab somewhere on the outside of the left. My right leg is going to come off. Try to only pulse the leg that you're grabbing. So from here, I'm going to pulse, pulse, switch. Here's 2, 3, 4, take a break or go 5, 6, good. Now keep going or take the pulse out. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bring in the knees, lower down. I'm building some heat. I hope you are too. Double leg stretch for this one. we're going to use this to reach over the knees. So you have to be mindful as to where you bring in your knees. But from here, I'm going to hold on the outside. I'm going to inhale, exhale, I'm going to C curve. Good. Now, here we go. Inhale, exhale. In 2, in 3, in 4. Take a break or go 5, 6, 7, 8. Take a break or go 9. Woo. 10. Can you do 12? 11 and 12. Woo. Take that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Take that head and neck from side to side. Double straight leg stretch. Again, you can take the legs on the inside or the outside. So I did inside for my 100. So I'm just going to switch that up a little bit here and take my legs on the outside. And I want a little bit more engagement in my inner thigh. So I'm going to take an external rotation. So I'm going to turn toes, knees, and hips out away from the body. Now, if you don't have a ring here and you want that inner thigh connection, take your Pilates V. So you're going to zip up at the heels and your legs will stay together. You can still squeeze that inner thigh here. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm in position. You don't want to be on the ankles. So I always want to make sure. Good. If you're using the ring, light pressure, not a death grip. The upper body can be grounded or in a C curve. You choose. We're going to count to 12. You take breaks as you need to. Inhale. Exhale, find C curve if you're going to take it. Good. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. And 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Watch your pelvis. 7. 8. 9. Getting harder. 10. 11. And 12. Whew. Whew. We're going to get rid of that ring for a moment. Yes. And just rock, rock, rock side to side. We've got one more and a long stretch sequence is coming, I promise. So this is crisscross. Some of you are going to keep both feet grounded for a Christmas cross, or not Christmas cross, crisscross just in the upper body. And then some of you are going to do legs and upper body. So the legs are exactly the way they do when you're in single straight leg stretch. You're just adding upper body rotation to it. So hands are going to come behind the head here. Elbows are out, but maybe not at your absolute widest. And remember, we want to lead this rotation from shoulders, not from the elbow. So leading from shoulder gives you maximum rotation, maximum oblique work, this waistline, okay? So from here, again, we're going to try and go for 12. So big inhale to prepare, exhale. And 2, hips stay grounded. 3, reach. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Whew. Take that down, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Let's come into another twisty here. Just make sure you don't have anything on your side. I'm just going to put this behind me for here. Again, take your arms out to the side, knees on tabletop. Let those knees drop to one side, maybe looking to the other. Good. I love me some good core work, but I also love me a good twist. And then when you're ready, good. Transition the best way that you need to transition. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here for a moment. And we'll take that over to the other side. Trying to keep shoulders grounded. Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to come into some stretching. So transition back to center the way you need to. We're going to grab ring here. So if you don't have a ring, you can certainly use a band or your hands. But I'm going to take my right foot on the inside here. So we're just going to use the ring to assist. Your left knee can stay bent or extended long. That just kind of depends on how you feel in your back with that. Find a grip, overhand or underhand that works for you, and have the ball of the foot into the handle. And you'll see why in just a moment. So softness in the knee, let everything settle down into its socket. Inhale, exhale. I'm gonna bring that in closer to the face. Now, if you've got your ball of the foot on that handle, you can press that heel and get a deeper stretch here. Deeper still, depending on range of motion, maybe you can take your elbows and arms through here. This will not be appropriate for everyone. It will not be possible for everyone. So always honor where your body is in the moment. Pain, numbness, tingling, burning, not normal sensations. So if you ever feel those, please back off until you don't. Good. From here, we'll release. Good. We're going to take this leg out to the right. So again, find a grip on your ring that's appropriate for you or outside of the leg or somewhere. Both hips will stay grounded. Both shoulders stay grounded as you take that leg out to the right. So you're still engaging your core here, so you have that control so you don't just flop over. Some of you will tug into the shoulder. Some of you, again, maybe you stick that arm in there. So different things for different people. The arm in the ring with these stretches took me several years to master. So remember, everybody can have a different journey, different path to the same destination, and that's okay. And when you're ready, we'll come back up. Good. From here, I'm going to extend my left leg long, and I'm just going to switch my grip here. And different people are going to do different things. You might put more of a bend in your knee. You might keep a lengthened leg, and we're just going to arc over. Good. And we're just going to find that stretch. Good. And when you're ready, we'll come back up. We're going to switch out sides. I'm just going to do a midair switcheroo here. Good. So now your right knee is going to be bent for extended long. Be where you need to be here. I've got the ball of the foot in my ring. Find the grip that's appropriate. Let everything settle down into its socket, and we'll bring that into the face. And if you can and you want to, can take the arms on the inside, maybe press that heel towards the ceiling. Breathe and expand. Good. We'll release here. Find a grip that's appropriate. We're going to take that left leg out to the left. Both hips, both shoulders stay grounded. Good. You can stick an arm in there if you'd like. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Reconnect the breath. Good. And then from here, we're going to come back in the center. Good. I'm going to extend my other leg long. Good. I'm just switching out hands. Find your sweet spot where you need to be, and we'll just arc that leg over a little bit here. Good. And coming back. Good. So we're going to go into hip circles here, and we're going to do this with, I'm going to demonstrate this with the ring. If you don't have a ring, no worries, your legs are just going to be together. So I'm going to take my ring or my legs back on the inside of my ring here. So I'm taking it up from the ankles. I've got a little bit of pressure just to hold that ring in place. So I'm going to roll my shoulders back. I really want to get comfortable and know where that safe neutral is. So what this is going to look like then is I'm going to come down. I'm going to move through center and come back up. And I'm trying to keep my hips grounded as I do this. Only come as deep as you can maintain neutral. So if the back pops up, you're going too low with your circle. Good. When you come back to center, we're going to reverse that direction, other side. Belly button stays in. Shh. Inhale, exhale. Shh. And again. Shh. And one more time. Shh. Whew. Bringing that in. Good. From here, we're going to do that one more time. Now I'm just going to switch positions. So those of you that don't have a ring are just going to still get your second set. Good. So from here, when you're ready, I'm going to start. I'm zipping up nice and tight. I'm going to go to my right. I'm going to come down, come up through the left. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back up, center, pause. Remember, hips stay grounded with your circles today. And we'll go down. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. Great. Bring that in. Release your ring. Have that ring to the side. Maybe wiggle, wiggle, wiggle a few times here. And we're going to slide Y. So I'm going to turn over onto my right side because that's the side that's going to put me towards the camera first. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter what side you do. So again, we're going to bring the ring in here. And I'm going to bring this down. Good. So my bottom leg is going to come through here. And again, I want to make sure I'm not on my ankle. Good. And then I'm going to stick my other left leg, my top leg inside here too. Okay. Now you want to make sure that you're on the hips. You got that parallel stack. Some of you are going to be up here on the elbow, supported shoulder, and supported torso. Okay. Others might follow me being down here because we've got a cranky shoulder today. So what we're going to do here, good, is you're going to take this top leg and you're going to press in. If you don't have one, take your legs together and then you're going to really engage like you've got a heavy weight here. And then that's going to be your resistance. Good. We're going to take that down and we'll press. Here's 2. Zip up through that core. 3, 4. If you're on the forearm, strong shoulder. Lift up from that rib cage. I think that's 6, 7, 8. Hold. Hold. Feel the burn. Feel the burn. Feel that burn. Release. Bring that knee in. Good. We're going to take this on the outside now. So getting into inner thigh. So again, hips are stacked. If you're on your forearm, strong shoulder, lifted through that rib cage. And then here we go. Pressing 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press in and hold, hold, hold. And then from here, release. Good. Just bend that knee in. Good. Now from here, I'm going to take my leg on the inside here, and we're going to do a little bit of lift. So we're going to do about 6 of these. Good. So I am going to have my hand here, and I'm going to really reach and lengthen. So big inhale. I'm going to lift 1, 2, 3, core's nice and tight, 4, 5, and 6, and we'll bring that down. The taller you are, I think the harder it is because you've got a little bit more lever to work with your legs. Good. Okay. Last time here before we come belly down. So I'm going to reach. So this is going to be a bit of a teaser, side teaser prep. So from here, I'll show you this with the ring and I'll show you in a version without the ring. So from here, I'm going to reach, I'm going to lift and pick up, and I'm pressing. Good. And reaching and pressing. It's harder than it looks with the ring. If you have a ring, don't want to do it with the ring, or don't have a ring, this is what you'll look like. Good. So I'm going to reach. Good. And come up. And reach. And come up. Good. I'm just going to keep going right here. So keep going with me if you can. Reach. You do rock back on the hip when you pick it up. Good. Let's try 2 more. Woo! Challenge, challenge, challenge. Good. Grab your ring. We're going to come belly down. So what we're going to do here first is some lat pulls. Okay. And we're going to use the ring to help us. If you don't have that, take your hands together. And this is going to be your move. And pretend and imagine that you've got resistance that you're pressing down on. So from here, I'm going to take my ring. I'm going to take my hands on top. Careful that you don't want to just collapse in here. So you still want to be strong. So you want to keep that circle. So I'm lengthening through the low body. My belly button is zipped up and in. Good. And then from here, I'm going to lift up. Good. Now I'm going to press down. Core is going to engage. Press as far as you can with good form. And 2. Notice how my upper body is not dipping. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Press, hold. And come down. Good. We'll put this to the side for right now. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We're going to go into seal series here. This will include seal. It will include, or swan series rather. It will include swan, swan dive, and swan rocker. So from here, take your hands a little bit forward into the side of the shoulders. Elbows relax for now. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen through the low body. Belly button in, pubic bone into that mat. Find your swan, which might be a little bit, it might be a lot. Be mindful, shoulders are in their pockets, so we're not creepy and we're not hanging, okay? So we want to be supported. And we'll lower. Lengthen, 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 engage. Here's number 2. And lower. Lengthen. Number 3. And lower. And lengthen. And number 4. If you can't come really high in the swan, keep working on these. Those of us that are high from your height, we're going to go into the dive. So from here, we dive 1, dive 2, dive 3. Careful not to crunch. Dive 4. Good. Coming back up. If you can swan dive, feel free to try swan rocker with me. And then when you're ready, we'll try 4 of those. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Reach and come back up and bring that back down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here. All right. We're going to turn over. We're going to get sideline work on that other side. So just so that I don't have my backside to you, I'm going to turn over here. Good. So we're going to start by sticking both legs into the ring. So we're going to have that ring right up from the ankle of that bottom leg. Good. Taking that leg on the inside here. Good. Now, again, you choose. So are you going to be up here? Remember, lifted rib cage, lifted shoulder, or are you going to be down here with me? So rolling forward, making sure you're on the hips. Flex the feet. Make sure you've got that parallel stack. And when you're ready, drawing up and in. Good. We'll lower and we'll press 1. Really engage the core on that press. 2. Inhale. Exhale. Shh. Shh. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Press. Hold, hold, hold. We're holding the exercise. We're not holding the breath. So keep breathing. It's burning. Good. And then from here, we'll release. Bend in that knee. We'll take that leg on the outside. Make sure that the ring is not on the ankle. And again, readjust if you're on your forearm. Strong shoulder, lifted through the rib cage. Zip up and in wherever you're going. And then from here, make sure you're rolled onto the tail, or not the tailbone, but the hip bones. And we're going to press 1. And 2. Comes from the hip. 3. 4. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Press in and hold. Hold, hold, hold. And release. Good. Both legs back on the inside now. We're going to do that lift. So reaching long, big inhale and lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Whew. Bend in this knee. Good. Now we're going to go to that teaser. So from here, we know how to do it. So I'm just going to adjust my ring here. And it is a little bit harder, I think, if you're teasering with the ring on the inside of the ankles, because it kind of wants to drive like a steering wheel. So it forces you to really think about what you're doing and finding that control. So from here, getting in a position, you're reaching long with or without your ring. Inhale, exhale 1, and lengthen. And 2, and 3, whew, and 4, and 5. Not as pretty as it is without. 6, it's a lot harder. 7, and 8. Whew. We'll undo that. Whew, whew, whew. All right, let's come back onto our backs. All right, and we're gonna just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here. All right, so if you don't have a ring, no worries. You can totally do this without. Just watch your parallel and your external rotation. So parallel rotation, hips, knees, and toes, they're all tracking towards the face. External or lateral, toes, knees, and hips turn out away from the face. Okay, so if you've got your ring, we'll bring this in. So ring people, we'll start legs on the inside. They're going to be parallel. So this is a kind of a reformer inspired exercise to some degree, but you'll also recognize this as double straight leg stretch as well. This can be done in a C curve or without, but we're going to add a bend and stretch with this. So from here, good, you'll lower, you'll lift, you'll lower, you'll bend and stretch. Okay, so we'll reach long, we're nice and tight. Inhale, exhale, lift, lower, bend, stretch, lift, lower, bend, stretch. Tailbone and bottom stay on the floor. Bend, stretch, lift, lower, bend, stretch. One more. Lift, lower, bend, stretch. Stretch it in. Good. Remove that ring. We're going to reset our ring. So now the legs are going to come to the outside. We're going into that external rotation. Now toes, knees, and hips turn away. Those of you not using a ring, really zip those heels together. Think about the Pilates V. And so whether you're in a ring or you've got your heels together, I want you to think about really zipping and engaging those inner thighs here. Okay. So rolling your shoulders back, zipping up, C curving if you want to. We'll start at our diagonal. And here we go. We're going to lift, lower, bend, stretch, lift, lower, bend, stretch, lift, lower, bend, stretch, lift, lower, bend, stretch. Now pause. Whew. Bend in, grab that ring, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle side to side. Good. We're going to stretch out here again. So find your foot into the ring or take the hands behind you. You know this one because we've done it before. Just kind of bring it in. Breathe and expand. Good. Now I'm going to release that ring from my foot and I'm going to cross that ankle over that opposite knee. So if you don't have a band or a ring rather, you're just going to come in and just kind of grab back here somewhere and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. If you've got that ring, take that ring around that other foot and then you can use that to bring that in. You can also keep this leg long here. Different possibilities. Just kind of find what you need. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, we're just going to switch that out. So from here, I'm just going to take this other foot now, hamstring stretch on the other side, and we'll bring it in. Notice if it's a little bit easier now with the stretch than maybe it was the first time. And release. Good. Remove, cross that ankle over the other knee. Good. With or without your ring, find what you need to do. Good. Find the stretch that's best for you in this moment. Sometimes I like to move around here before I find my sweet spot. And then from here, when you're ready, we will release and carefully undo. And we'll wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I'm going to place my band to the side. I'm just going to roll over to my side and press myself up to a seat. Good. So we're going to prepare for some push-ups and some planks here. And I'm going to show you a different way to do push-ups today with the ring. And different people are going to do different things. And some of you may try this at home and think this is the dumbest thing ever, and that's okay. It does take some getting used to. But what this is going to do is it'll kind of prepare you a little bit to do the push-up work. It'll give you a little bit of lift, but you want to make sure where you put it. So I'm putting this right in line with the sternum. I don't want it to be too low. There's a little bone at the bottom base of the sternum called the xiphoid process. It's very delicate, so we don't want to put this pressure there. So we want to put it up a little bit here. And once you have that in place, and I'm just going to hold that in place, good. I'm going to make sure that this handle is completely grounded. So now I'm in place. Now I can decide, am I going to stay on all fours and do these push-ups with help? Am I going to take my knees back a little bit and do this push-up with help? Or am I going to come up now because I've got a little bit of help with the ring and push up from here? So find your push-up position. Good. And you can always lose the ring if it's not feeling good for you. Try for 5. Good. And then when you're ready, just lower that down. Remove the ring. We're done with that for time being. Find a child's pose. And if you're real sensitive on the sternum, and a lot of people are, you might not find that comfortable as well. All right, so there was our push-ups. Now we're going to go into planks. So we're going to come forward. Again, you're welcome to use that for your plank if you'd like. Good. So you can have knees down. This is one of 2 planks, or you can come up. I'm going to press through my heels here because I'm going to do an up high plank. Good. I'm pressing a little bit more into pointer and thumb. And we've got 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Ooh, take it back, child's pose. Coming into a forearm plank now. Knees can be grounded or lifted in this one. Make sure that shoulders are over the elbows or behind the elbows when you start. And I like palms of the hands down. So again, this is going to be another 20 count. So be where you need to be. Knees can come down at any time. Shoulders are plugged into their pockets. And then from here, when you're ready, we've got 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees and take it back. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, let's finish with a little bit of a mermaid, and I'll give you an option to add a side plank onto that if you'd like. I'm going to start by taking my feet to my right. So we're going to take this to the left. So, and just do with your feet and your legs, whatever is comfortable for you to sit here. It's not that huge of a deal, but from here, big inhale, exhale, taking it over, and then I'm going to counter stretch and taking it over and counter stretch. Stay with these. or maybe you take it over, reach and lengthen, and come down. And maybe you come up. Maybe you find that side plank and then come down, taking it over. Last one, take it where you want to take it, taking it up. Whew, maybe we scoop and reach. Maybe we come back, coming down and taking it over. Good. Let's pause here, get a little bit of rotation. And when you're ready, we'll come back. And we're just going to do that to the other side. So we'll just swing those legs back around. Good. Knowing what we're going to do, take your legs, take your feet where you need to take them. So big inhale, exhale, taking it over, moving through center. Good. And we'll take it over and move through center. Good. You can always stay with these, a little bit more challenge. We'll come up and take it down. Good. Modified plank coming up and coming down. Good. And you stay with those, or maybe you come up, full plank, and come down and over and coming up, taking that full plank, coming down and come over. I'm not sure how many of those we did on the other side, but this one we will come up and do the scoop if you want it. So we'll come up and maybe we scoop. It's a hip hinge, you're reaching, and we'll come up, find that plank, take it down, take it up, take it over. Little rotation. Good. And coming back. Good. So from here, we'll end with some upper body stretches because they got a workout too, even though we primarily did legs today. Let's take our arms out to the side and just find some nice rotation. Good. Good. Palms up to the ceiling, hands to the shoulders, move forward and back. Good. And then maybe just take that into some circles, and we'll circle opposite direction. Good. Taking the arms out to the side, take the hands, clasp around, press forward. Good. On this one, it's going to be your body's range of motion. So different people, different things. Maybe you're just here. Maybe you clasp. Maybe you press down. Maybe you roll the shoulders back, open and lift. Find your range of motion. Find your stretch. Good. And we'll release and shake that out. Good. I'm going to take my right arm up, and I'm going to bend it, and my other hand's going to come up, tricep press. Good. Taking that up, go right into the other side. Good. That same arm, take it across the body. You can even lean in a little bit here if that would feel good. And then other side. A little bit lean. Good. Release, rolling those shoulders forward. Rolling those shoulders backwards. Whew. Way to go. You made it through Pilates Matwork with ring for lower body and core. I hope you had a wonderful practice, and I hope to see you again really soon. Have a good day.